you went like 20 degrees off. But were you looking at the blue, the heading?
I was, when I saw it, we were getting to it.
Yeah, well, when you get near it, you just look at the pointers or the wings. So you just get the pointer to match up with the other one. Let's climb up even higher. Let's go to 4,000. Because we're right at the base of these clouds I see.
What clouds?
There's like one little cloud out there.
If you say so. Get level. There you go. 386. Stay on 330.
Give me a right climbing turn to 060. So just take your put a little rudder in there because you're in a climb. Take a little more, and then just parallel that wing with one of the bars. That's it. A little more bank.
Special practice here, Skyhawk, November 413 Echo Romeo. We're approximately 8 miles to the west of Flagler at 3,700 stalls.
Just start to pitch down slightly. Now bring it at level and just match your pointers. Boom. That's it. No more. See that? All right. We're going to do unusual attitudes.
Okay.
And we're just looking at our gauges, of course. We're looking at the PFD. If we are nose low, what was the first thing we look at to recover?
Airspeed.
Okay, very good. The airspeed's high. Pull the pot. What do we do?
Hold on a second.
Yeah, we should
switch tanks.
Yeah.
Fuel's on. Go to the left one.
Yep.
And we still got fuel flow. Okay.
Yep, looking good. Okay.
All right. Start again.
Okay. We look down and the airspeed's high. What's the first thing we do?
Airspeed, throttle back.
Okay, very good. And what do we do next as far as
airspeed? But then we're going to look at our attitude.
Okay. What do we do? We're probably in a nose low, right?
Yep. So we're going to ease back on our yoke. Pitch up.
Okay.
Throttle back and pitch up.
Well,
level wing.
Okay. What order is that?
What order?
Yeah.
Oh, throttle, level, pitch.
There you go. Now let's say that we are really, really slow, and because I'm going to keep the throttle mid-throttle, okay? Just because you're cruising, and we lost control, we lost situational awareness. I'm going to slow it up to about 2,300, and all of a sudden we look, and looks like we can hear it. The engine's, growling or trying to take RPM, and we look and it's real low airspeed. So then what do we do?
We add throttle and pitch down.
Then we level the wings. Yep. Okay. All right. Listen, why don't you put your head down?
Okay.
And then you just fly around. And why don't you, while we do this, why don't you give me a right climbing turn.
A right climbing turn.
Southeast of Lake Dixon at 2,900 for a clear flight, Woodruff practice area.
And you can level your wings.
Yeah, that's hard. We're climbing. Oh no, we're losing altitude. I hear my engine.
Yep. There we go. Give it back.
There we go. Now
All right.
we're
Doesn't take long.
no, it doesn't. I'm supposed to be watching.
You can recover.
Throttle back. Up.
Level wings. Okay.
Level wings.
And then pitch it level.
Practice area,
Get your throttle back in.
We're about 5 miles east of Crescent Lake at 3,800. Accelerate stalls.
All right. Let's do one more. Put your head down. Give me another right turn.
Right turn.
All right, level your wings. What you think is level.
Way high. Coming out of my seat.
All right, let's do a left turn. All right, let's do a right turn. All right, a right turn now.
Right?
Yep.
But we were going right.
I know you did.
That wasn't right?
A little more right turn.
Okay. Slowing up. I can feel it and hear it.
All right, now we'll do a left turn. All right, recover.
Throttle.
Pitch.
Level.
And level the wings.
I'm gaining airspeed.
Well, level your wings because you see how low you are. Pull the wings, pull it up to the horizon. That's
There
it.
we go.
Stop that descent. All right, let's turn to the right. I think that's probably enough. Let's turn to the right. You can take the hood off. I want to get closer to shore.
You got the flight controls?
I got the flight controls, yep. Well, I got out here.
Well, the water's pretty.
Yeah, it is. There's those two sailboats. They were way down in Flagler this morning, right off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see them, yeah.
They were real close together, but I think they're separate. They're just out there having fun.
Yeah, this guy doesn't have sails up. Does the other one close to shore?
The other one looked like it did, yeah.
All right, I'm going to have another sip of water.
Yeah, get hydrated.
What's really interesting about doing that is you think you're just barely moving the controls.
Oh, yeah.
but then all of a sudden you hear the motor start to speed up, your RPMs is increasing, and so then you correct for that, right? So you pitch up a little bit, but you don't know how much, and then all of a sudden you're like, all right, my RPMs are getting low.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was just barely moving the controls.
You were barely moving them.
But the airplane was going all over the freaking place.
You know, now we used to say, I'll take the controls and I'd give it to you.
Yep.
But this is what they like you to do, because you can see if you weren't paying attention, like you did get in the clouds or something, before you know it, that airplane can just be
way out of whack.
Yep, exactly.
No, I get it. Because you think you're just barely, barely turning.
Yeah.
That's what I thought anyway.
Yep. And you just
shit, we were like banked way over, headed.
And I've been there. I've gotten the leans before where my body's telling me, I know I did this, it was really turbulent, or we're in the clouds, and my body's telling me, Craig, you're in a right turn. So I'm turning left. And ATCs, they're not watching me that well,
Right.
And I look like, how the hell did I get 40, 50 degrees off? And then I'd go back, and then I would feel like, okay, and I'd go back and do it again. And then it's like, Craig, you got to watch the instruments, because your body, if I wasn't paying attention,
right,
my body was telling me I'm in a right turn, so I'd just be going to the left. And before I knew it, it's like, how the hell did I get so far off? And I'd be in a bank like this, and then, whoa, okay. And then as soon as I'm level, I wouldn't even notice I'm doing something else, and I'm in a right turn, and I'd do it again. And I did it like 3 times, and it's like, it was almost, they say, people who, I've talked to pilots where you just like, oh my God. And then when you go straight and level, you trust your instruments, all of a sudden you go like, okay, the inner ear starts to rebalance itself.
Then it gets,
and you're okay.
Yep. Over the northern tip of Lake Crescent at 3,000.
What do you want to do? You want to call it a day, or?
Yeah, I'm getting kind of tired. Are you?
I'm getting tired. I'm not flying the airplane. Yeah, let's pick up the ATIS. We'll run down to shoreline.
Visual approach to runway 29 in use. Caution, birds and wildlife, all quadrants. Advise on initial contact. You have ATIS code Zulu. Flagler Executive Airport, ATIS code Zulu, time 1450, wind 310 at 8, visibility 10 miles, sky cover clear, temperature 18, dew point 09, altimeter 3003, visual approach to runway 29 in use. Caution, birds and wildlife, all quadrants. Advise on initial contact. You have ATIS code Zulu.
Yeah, that went 3003.
Well, it dropped, didn't it?
Wind 310 at 8, visibility 10 miles, sky cover clear, temperature 18, dew point 09, altimeter 3003.
That dew point didn't change.
Caution, birds and wildlife, all quadrants. Advise on initial contact. You have ATIS code Zulu. Flagler Executive Airport, ATIS code Zulu, time 14.
I'll give him a call.
Okay.
Flagler Tower, Archer 624 Charlie Juliet, 9 miles to the north along the shoreline with Zulu, full stop.
Archer 64 Charlie Juliet, Flagler Tower, report 3 miles to the north of the field for a right downwind, runway 29.
3 to the north, right downwind, 11. 624 Charlie Juliet.
That'll be runway 29.
I'm sorry, 29. Yep, okay.
All right, we're stopping the timer.
Yeah, you can stop the timer. It was like 24.
30 minutes. Message. Scheduler ESP is off. OBS, we got that on 2.9. All right, we started our descent. Landing. Yep. Seat belts are on, doors latched, brakes look good. Fuel pump is on. We're on the fullest tank, which would be the left. We are. We got lights. Mixture's rich. AC is on.
Looking good.
Right downwind for 2.9.
Yeah, I was hoping he'd give us the
straight in. He doesn't like to do that. The new guy?
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't like to do that. He likes you in the pattern. Unless you're way out to the west.
Right.
I'd like to do just a normal landing.
Well, that you can do a normal landing.
I don't ever do normal landings. I'm always trying something, you know, either a short or a soft or.
But you know.
Except the other day when it was real gusty.
Yeah. It has been so bumpy all the time.
I know, I'm ready for some decent weather.
Smooth
air.
Yeah. But you know what? I think it's this time of year too. Well, it gets into summer, and I guess it's just bumpy. It seems like when you got these cold fronts and that come in, then it chills the ground, then the sun warms it up.
What was my wind? 310 at 8.
Yep.
So it's going to be coming off our right a little bit.
Yeah.
Flight with our little 466 is at 2,000 feet, approximately 12 south of the field, requesting closed traffic with Zulu.
4 Charlie Juliet's 3 miles to the north.
4-2 Charlie Juliet, Port Bayfield, right downwind.
Right downwind, 29, 4 Charlie Juliet.
Radar 466, Flagler Tower, report 3 miles to the south. Correction, 4 miles straight in, runway 29.
Radar 466, report a 4 miles straight in for 29.
Alright, clear to the right, clear ahead, nobody around us.
Flagler Tower, Blue Phoenix 707, we'll take a straight out departure, please.
Phoenix 707, straight out departure is approved, and next to Delta for exchange approved.
Straight out approved, exit Delta for exchange approved, Phoenix 707, thank you.
Better tell him you're midfield. He's going to pitch you out.
Yeah, 4 Charlie Juliet's midfield, right down 129.
Arch 4 Charlie Juliet, runway 29, clear land.
Clear land 29, 4 Charlie Juliet. Alright, you want that to land?
I do.
Alright, you got the flight controls.
I got the flight controls.
You had the
there
flight
are my
controls.
numbers. I'm going 1500.
Because now this is a realistic pattern on this side.
Yep. I'm in the white arc. Can't really see. There's 95.
Yep. There's your runway.
Got 80. My second notch of flaps.
Tower, little 413, we're approximately 10 miles to the west, inbound close traffic, please, with Zulu.
Get my power back in there.
That was Riddle 415.
There's 70.
413.
Riddle 413, Flagler Tower, report 3 miles to the west for a left downwind, runway 29.
Riddle 413, report 3 miles to the left for a left downwind for runway 29.
I'll get back in there. There we go. Look high, 70. I'll take high though, I like high. I'd rather be high than in the trees. My insurance company would probably rather me be high than in the trees.
Yes.
There we go. My 70 Clark. A little bumpy out here. Alright, there we go. A little high. There's my windsock. Just slip it in the smidge. Now we got it. No flat landing on the center line.
Get that nose up, get it up. Right. Off it. Echo.
Archer 4, Charlie Juliet, turn right on Echo, taxi to the hangar via Echo Golf.
Echo Golf to the hangar, Archer 4 Charlie Juliet. Thanks and have a good day.
I'm surprised there's not more people out flying.
Oh, what time is it? 11:15.
Flag the tower, Citadel 944, we're about 9 nautical miles west.
Clear.
At 2000, requesting inbound full stop, or inbound close traffic with information Zulu.
After landing flaps, fuel pump is off.
944 Flag the tower, report 3
Mixture.
miles west of Flagler Field
Lane
for a
for
left downwind
taxi.
runway
report 3 west of Flagler for a...
And my lights as required. Alright.
Very good.
Flagler Tower, Blue Phoenix 727, 4 miles to the north of the field, 2500 inbound for close traffic with Zulu.
Is that the same
No.
ND or that's another Bucky plane over here?
Yeah.
Blue Phoenix 727 Flagler Tower, report 3 miles to the north of the field for a right downwind runway 29.
3 miles north, right downwind 29, Blue Phoenix 727.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was. Looking pretty good. We need to work on the maneuvers, man. Your landings were right on the money. Just a little tweaking on the maneuvers. What I want to do is when we get together on Monday, we'll talk about chair flying a little bit.
About 3 miles to the southwest of Flagler.
413, report midfield left downwind runway 29.
413, report midfield left downwind 429. Thank you.
Yeah, like normally what I would do, like if I'm going practicing,
right?
Like I would read about how to set up for these, so it's fresh in my mind.
Yep.
You know, I didn't get to do that last night. Cooked hamburgers on the grill with Christian. Made some air fry.
I got to go for a emergency sim session. It's something new they came up with once a year.
What's that, simulator?
Yeah, because we got a true flight, which is like the real Cessna 1782, so I've got it. They'll go up there, like, do a split flap, they'll do stuff, and I'd look at it, days, I got to study that stuff.
Air conditioner's off. Fan is
Flagler Tower,
off.
Little 466 is reporting a 4-mile final.
Little 466, runway 29, click the option.
Little 466, runway 29, clear for the option.
413, we're almost at midfield left downwind 429.
Right.
Little 413, extend your downwind to follow a